everyone. My name is LIAH MATAU. And the 5 topics that I will explain in MGT544 that I can relate to my life is first is chapter 2, which is personality and value. Personality as the human personality of ways in which an individual reacts to and interacts with others. In this chapter, the subtopic that I can relate to is the dark child. First is narcissism, in which a person with an inflated feeling of self-importance, excessive admiration needs, and arrogance. From my own experience, I often met people with these traits. And from what I understand, they enjoy the feeling of being the center of attention. Other than that, MBTI. I myself personally believe in the MBTI test. And the other day, I take the test and my current MBTI is ISTP. My MBTI explained that I am the type who is introvert, observe, thinking, and prospecting. I have a tendency to have the individualistic, pursuing goals without requiring much external connection. The second topic that I choose is chapter 3. It is about perception and individual decision making. I choose perception and individual decision making as a topic that I can relate in life because, in my opinion, we all have our own first impression on someone else. Or, in other words, without us realizing, we do judge people either it voluntarily or not. And the reason I said this is because, according to attribution theory, an attempt to explain the way we judge people differently depending on the way we attribute to a behavior. And these are the most common shortcuts in judging people, which are selective perception, halo and horn effects, contrast effect, and stereotyping. We often have our own selective perception on others based on what we heard about them, and the most common way to judge people is by stereotyping them, either it by age, group, or group of friends, or even what course they take in university. The third topic that I choose to explain is on chapter 5, which is understanding work team. As a student, I myself can relate to this topic because we students often need to work as a team in doing and completing our assignment. And there are 4 types of team, which are problem-solving teams, self-managed work teams, cross-functional teams, and virtual team and multi-team system. This is the characteristic of effective teams. First is having a team context by educating resources, leadership and structure, climate of trust, performance evaluation and reward system. Second is the composition of the team, which is the abilities of the member, personality of the members, allocation of roles, diversity of the members, cultural differences, size of teams, and also member preferences. And last but not least is the team processes. The fourth topic that I will explain is on chapter 6, which is communication. As we all know, we do communicate with each other on our daily basis. And in an organization, communication are important to manage member behavior in several ways and to create feedback by clarifying to employees what they must do, how well they are doing it, and how they can improve their performance, provide for the emotional sharings of feeling and the fulfillment of social needs. And having a smooth communication between workmates help in information changes. And there are 3 modes of communication, which are first, oral communication, which could happen via meetings, video, call conferencing, and telephones. And the second mode is by non-verbal, which happen through body language, facial impression, physical distance between sender and receiver, and the last one is written communication, which is, as we all know, written via emails, text, and many more. The last topic that I will explain is on chapter 7, which is on leadership. Leadership is the action of leading group of people or an organization, in which the position or of being a leader. For example, a manager in an organization. And the manager needs to play their role to create an ethical organization. And these are the role of manager, such as first, authentic leadership. Authentic leadership is the leader who knows who they are and know what they believe in. And they act on values that they believe and openly and be candid with their employees. Second is ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is where the leader believes in change of norms and they increase the group awareness of moral issues. The third one is abusive supervision. This type of roles in leadership it negatively affects health, depression, emotional exhaustion, job tension, perception. They can also affect employee performance and other behavior. The last one is servant leadership. This type of manager tend to go beyond their self-interest. The characteristic of this manager is they listen to employees' problem, they empathize and they persuade others.